Hello, I'm live on YouTube and going live on Instagram. I wanted to talk about Pro Bowl, and so bear with me as I try to add a little comment of what the heck we're talking about. I totally forgot to do that before I went live on Instagram, but thank you for joining. It's been a hot minute, and I'm going to tell you guys about my failed attempt to try to do something different. So you didn't have to look at this mug the whole time. Um, it is what it is. I mean, I tried. I am not Miss Technologically savvy at all, and but I've just been wanting to try something, where I didn't have to find lighting and the freaking fix the face and like I look so like washed out right now, and it is what it is. I have my rosé. I'm gonna just start drinking it so that I'm not concerned, but I wanted to try out this platform as Spotify Green Room, and the whole idea. Oh, hey, Jasmine. The whole idea was just to be able to talk, you know what I mean? And not like think about preparing for a podcast episode and missing comments in the live and not being able to see stuff because of what I'm wearing. Like, I just wanted us all to be like incognito and be able to chat. And I guess it's pretty much like Clubhouse, but Clubhouse I thought was like hella overwhelming. Like I didn't enjoy trying to figure that app out. Spotify Green Room seemed like a slimmed down version of it. And so I was like, I'm going to try it, but whatever. I tried and just, whatever. It's fine. In IG Live it is. But I'm going to take a big gulp of this while people join. And I'm here to talk Pro Bowl, like everything Pro Bowl. Hopefully, you had a chance to look at the videos I posted on YouTube. I swore I was just going to have like so many like performance videos, and that's something we'll get into because I basically only flew in for the game. And from what I saw, they're just, I mean, they had like the fan activities, but this was the first time it was in Vegas and it was a little different, I think. In terms of the fan events. So, it is what it is. And what you call it? Here we are. And I think I forgot to turn like my notifications off on my phone because it's been so long. So I'm going to just hope nobody calls me. I'm not that popular. And I'm going to drink a sip of rosé. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening and we'll just chat, totally unfreaking scripted. Okay. Cannot believe it's audition season. I'm seeing way too many teams posting about audition stuff, and it just feels so early. Like it is February 9th. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're doing the most, getting ready, but whatever. It's the season. I'm excited. Somebody asked, when does the podcast restart? And very soon. I would have had it this week, but it's more than likely going to happen in 2 weeks because I'm still trying to figure out my life. If you guys have anybody that you want to have featured this season, this will be the 10th season of the podcast, you guys. I cannot believe it. And I just can't believe it. And so there's still so many people to talk to, and it gets a little tricky with getting approvals and, all of the timing of all the interviews. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you if there's somebody that you want to talk to. It's really hard to get DCCs. I tried to reach out to the one that's at Lily, right? That's in at the Broncos now. Um, it's just hard to get people to get the clearance, I think, to talk on a podcast, and so it's a little challenging. But I will definitely keep trying. Send me some names, and I'm happy to reach out. Somebody said it. Yeah, it's back to normal audition season dates. Yeah, I mean, I think with the Rona, it messed everything up, and now everybody's just ramping up. As soon as their regular season ended, they were just like on and popping with the audition prep classes. And yeah, I mean, I haven't paid that much attention to audition dates yet, but definitely applications are being accepted. Video submissions are happening. Oh my gosh, Queen of Pro Bowl just joined. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Shania, hi. Okay, let's just talk Pro Bowl because I'm too excited. All right, and I might be all over the place, and I have my rosé. So I'm sure you guys have all seen. Everybody's posting about the Pro Bowl experience. It's on the team accounts. It's on like the individual Pro Bowl cheerleaders accounts, and it's just been so endearing to watch because I look forward to Pro Bowl every year. So again, the first time that it's been in Las Vegas. We could talk about that location in a second, but yeah, I think we all OD on social media looking at these amazing experiences that everybody's having. And I wish I had so many more videos to post of the performances because that's like my favorite part is just seeing all the different cheerleaders and their different styles performing. But in no particular order, let's just go. I'm just going to be talking and talking and talking, and you guys join in. I would love to hear your voices, but we're not on Spotify Green Room. So say something in the chat. I will try to catch all the messages and read them out and share them to people with people. So, okay, I'm just gonna go with the location first. Let's get that out of the way because it's rather boring. So Orlando was hella far away and spread out in terms of where the events were, and it would be unseasonably chilly or raining on the girls and the whole 9 yards. So I was not mad that they decided to move it. Let's put it that way. I think Vegas was a much better location in terms of other people being able to come. Um, from my experience, the couple of times that I went to Orlando, there were certain teams that traveled really, really well to support their Pro Bowl cheerleader. The Raiders were one of the teams. I mean, they would just be rolling up hella deep to support their Pro Bowl cheerleader when it was in Orlando. And then you kind of have like the Pro Bowl cheerleader reunions where people come back and have a chance to connect with their Pro Bowl sisters. But in Vegas, I just feel like it was like everybody was coming out to like support. Like I'm seeing more and more pictures of people that were obviously in other parts of the stadium. So people, I think, just rolled up really deep to support their Pro Bowl sister, and I just think that's really cool because not everybody can truck it out to Orlando. Like I don't mean coming from Seattle all the way to Orlando was like no easy task, and so I enjoyed the fact that I was able to shoot down to Vegas. I spent time with my family for a minute. Um, and I wish I could have come earlier in the weeks because there were some of the same like fan appearances, like the practices where I think the cheerleaders performed, and hopefully you saw some videos of that stuff because I missed it. I hate that. But I did get to go to the game. Shout out to Bailey and Tiff from the Raiders for sharing a ticket with me. It was a wonderful seat, and I was sitting near. Okay, my dog is tripping. Giggles, relax. I was sitting near the how many girls? There had to be like 20 plus girls from the Arizona Cardinals that came to the game in their red wigs to support their Pro Bowl cheerleader Danielle. I was basically sitting with that crew, and if that's not support, I don't know what is. Wigs are hot. They make, I mean, I can't, they just make you sweat. I don't know. They had all different sorts of styles. It was so, so sweet to see them show up and show out. The Raiderettes had like a whole little suite on the club level. Rolling, I think that was almost their whole squad too, supporting their Pro Bowl cheerleader. So, and just throughout the stadium, from what I've seen, giggles, relax. Just a lot of people were able to travel to Vegas. So I like Vegas because of that. And hold please, I'm just going to the one person who told me about hold on. The one person who told me about the green room. Sorry. The one person who told me about the green room. What is happening? Am I now? Okay. Whatever. Um the one person who told me about the green room was like basically trying to figure out where I was at. So I just needed to text her to let her know, like, just come to Instagram, girl. So anyway, what was I talking about? Jeez, Louisa, sorry, forgot. Help me, somebody. What was I saying? Um, oh, just that I liked Vegas because people were able to travel and support their teammates a lot easier, I think, than going to Orlando. So I do like Vegas as a location. I hope they stick with it next year. And I don't know, just kind of build out the events. I really like the Disney Springs event that they had in Orlando, where it was like a whole 1 hour pep rally for the cheerleaders to be introduced by name and have a little interview session, all the different lines performed. So I really like that part, and I hope that they can bring that back. So anyway, that's out of the way. I like Vegas. Probably, some adjustments. I know we're still dealing with the Rona, and but I hope everybody was able to stay safe and enjoy the festivities with fans. It looked like it went off without a hitch. So now that that's out of the way, um, if you guys have any anything you want to chat about the performances that I missed during the week at the practices, definitely chime in. But I'll just go into the pregame performance because this is like my favorite part because you get to see a solo. I mean, it's like a little smidget of an 8 count. It's not a lot of time, but each girl gets to be announced for her team, and it's this whole moment. And they have this whole routine formation down pat where they just kind of like feature each girl. So I live for that. That's my favorite part. And it was just great to see everybody, I mean, one by one come up and just kind of own that time. And you could tell some people probably milked the shit out of it and stayed out there a little longer than they might have were supposed to. But I just think it's great. It's like how they choose to like display their personality and showcase their style. So that was on YouTube, in case you want to go and check it out. Um, so the intro number had like a little bit of like a I don't know, it's kind of like Vegas themed a little bit. They had like Hey Big Spender, and it felt very like Showgirl for a second. It was an interesting number. There's some comments on YouTube. You should check them out. Um, in terms of like people's reactions to that. If you saw it and you want to chit chat or give any commentary, I'm here for it. I just, that part isn't that I kind of don't really pay much attention to. I'm more about like the individual intros, but yeah, I thought it was kind of yeah, but I live for the individual shots of the girls. The choreography was really cute for their performances. They performed like a 2 minute 2 minute warning number. Again, they're posted on YouTube, so you could check it out. I just really like watching the lines. Like I didn't watch any of the freaking Pro Bowl, the game at all. I know AFC won, but that's about all I got. Um, I just watched the girls on the sidelines. I kind of look for differences in the way they carry themselves and what they do. And, some lines just kind of like partied out and did their own thing the whole time. Others, I think, just did like little, short, what do you call them? Little, just short routines to whenever the music would come on. But just the energy, yeah, it's not about the game. I'm totally there for the cheerleaders, um, but I watch each line that I'm close enough to see, and it's something about just watching everybody just have the best time. You know that they are like living in the moment so much, and I would say the halftime performance was what I really wanted to talk the most about because I heard that they were going to be performing with the Jabberwockies, with Nappy Tabs doing the choreography. And, I don't know how much choreography the girls digested before they got to Pro Bowl, but I personally would have been probably crapping my pants if I thought I had to like get down with some Jabberwockies hip hop. Like I would have probably been like, I'm not made for this. Like, what are you? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what the Jabberwockies look like and what they do. And I was just almost nervous for the girls that they were going to have this super intricate choreography that was just completely out of their element and that it might end up like not showing the girls in their best light, if that makes sense, if like hip hop is not your style. But the way that the girls were incorporated into the halftime routine was like perfection. Like they got to do them, they got to be cute, sassy. They got some of the girls up on the platforms dancing with the Jabberwockies that clearly hip hop was their style. I can't remember everybody. I know they had I'm gonna probably jack up names, but the Tampa Bay Bucks, their Pro Bowl cheerleader, the Colts Pro Bowl cheerleader, Vanessa, killing it. Like man, killing it. And they had the Top Cats cheerleader, I think Camila, I'm so sorry, love, if I've messed it up. And who else? Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, Lexi. Um, but yeah, they were just featured in the right way, right? Where they were just able to kind of do their thing, show off a little bit. And there were some, performance or features of the dancers that didn't make it into the video. I was focused on the big screen the whole time, but I just thought it was really, really, really awesome. The Jabberwockies looked great. I think that might have been like the first time that there was like a halftime performance that didn't involve a musical performer, just straight dance. And that's huge for our world, you know what I mean? To be able to entertain at that level, um, just purely on dance. And I thought the Jabberwockies nailed that. I wish they could have done more with the stadium lighting, you know what I'm saying, to add the effect, but then you wouldn't be able to see the girls as much because the Jabberwockies have the mask on, and it probably would have looked better or cooler if they played with the lighting. But I feel like the girls shined, and it was just done, like I said, in the perfect way to incorporate them. So I thought that was my favorite part, to be honest. It was just very kind of like a surprise, if you will. Um, that I think they owned it, like, they killed it. The girl I'm like, acting like I had anything to do with it, saying I'm proud of it, but I just thought it was a really good incorporation of the girls and not in a way that, like I said, took away from them being in their element because they're not like Jabberwockies dancers, you know what I mean? Um, and so what else did I want to say? I thought it was just really, again, beautiful to see everybody who was able to come out and support their cheerleaders. And then just, I wish I was able to go to more of the fan events. If you were at one of the practices or did any of the other stuff, and wanted to chime in, I don't think, I kind of have a feeling like they didn't do as many appearances as normal. But I could be wrong. I wasn't there for the week for that. But that would probably be the only downside, is just not enough events that I was at least able to go to, or I was able to see the cheerleaders perform more, because they have so many cute routines from Pro Bowl and you want to see them. At least I do. That's what I'm here for. Um, and what else did I want to say? You know what? Okay, hold on. And talking about like support, again, just seeing like so many people there who traveled to be there for their cheerleaders, it really made me think about something that I don't think I really talked about on the Pro Bowl episodes, but I know that you guys probably also hear it, that, they could have picked anybody to represent their team, and it's really hard to kind of pick one, or different teams have like different rules. Sometimes the director picks, or sometimes the teammates vote. But I don't know, for some reason I was just feeling like I was just picking up on like I wonder if people, what it feels like if you are there trying to like support your teammate, but your heart was broken at the same time because you want that experience. Like, who doesn't freaking want the experience of being Pro Bowl? Like, everybody does, right? And you know that they can't pick everybody. And you have people on these teams who've like put in the years, 5, 6. I mean, some of these Pro Bowl cheerleaders this year were like 7, 8 years on the team. And so, hi Tara, love you too. But yeah, I was just kind of thinking about like that moment, and just for whatever reason, I just felt empathetic for people who are trying to be a good teammate by showing support, but you're sitting there watching someone live their best life, and you can't help but like imagine what it would feel like if you were there, and what that would feel like for you, or maybe kind of realizing that it was your last year on the team. Maybe you put in those 7, 8 years, and you don't know if you can do another season to kind of take a chance to see if you'd be selected for Pro Bowl. So I just want to say to anybody who may have related to that, that I kind of am highly intuitive, and I felt the waves. um, because I think it's just a reality. Like, yes, of course, we're happy for our teammates, and you know, we're just happy for them. You love your sisters, whether they're Pro Bowl or not. But I just think in that moment, it must be hard to kind of just feel like that little pain of like, oh, I wish it was me out there. That's 100% normal and natural. And I just kind of felt like I needed to speak on that because, you're trying to be supportive, but, this is truth behind the palms. And sometimes that shit hurts a little bit. I don't know. I picked up on just needing to speak on that because I don't think I addressed it before. Um, but yes, this Pro Bowl, just for the record, it was not a record technically. It's Black History Month, and one year, and I don't quote me, I don't remember what year it was, but there were 10 Black Pro Bowl cheerleaders one year where I think they set the record, and this year there were 9. And so shout out to those ladies. It's an amazing accomplishment. Shout out to everybody because this is, we didn't have Pro Bowl last year. And for this to actually be put on again, I mean, E2K, I know that you guys all work so hard to make this event special for everybody. And, you do a phenomenal job. And if I hope it's not a thankless job, I'm sure all of the Pro Bowl cheerleaders, year after year, I just see them. It changes their lives and enriches it in such a beautiful, special way. So thank you for bringing Pro Bowl back to us. It's not easy to plan and coordinate events when you have so much uncertainty with the Rona. And I'm sure the month of January did not like help with the freaking Omarion variant scaring everybody and changing travel plans and just effing everything up to really be able to plan Pro Bowl for in February. So shout out to you guys for doing such an amazing job as usual. Somebody said yes, progress. Hi, Kim. Yeah, we've come a long way, and I hope that we'll continue to be able to kind of add and build to this space so that we can do more to celebrate. I wish now that coming back from it and knowing that there were so many other people at Pro Bowl, and I didn't go out because I was kind of a little bit scared, not scared, but just like I don't want to be doing the most because I need to come back and not get sick or whatever. But I just think it's like our Super Bowl in the NFL. And I just wish that there was a way to connect everybody who's there to support their Pro Bowl cheerleader, like to connect all of us. Like it should be this one big fat celebration in the NFL where we all can kind of connect and support the girls. And maybe that's what it was like at some of those practices. I did see lots of people kind of running into each other and taking pictures. But I just wish there was something that we could do to kind of connect around this event because of how impactful it is in our space. Um, so I just hope it continues to grow. I know it's intended to be, an experience that's really focused on the Pro Bowl cheerleaders, but I loved seeing the community of people that also supported everybody. And I would love to see that community of people being connected. Like I got to meet some amazing Arizona Cardinals cheerleaders that supported the podcast. And I just wish I could have met, more people, and also Baltimore Ravens cheerleader. And I just wish there were like activities for us to connect while we're there. Long story short. Um, so what you guys think? I need to hear from y'all. And this is why I wanted to go to Spotify Green Room, but I didn't want it to be just me talking. I wanted to hear what your reactions were to the dances, if you were there, what you thought of the organization of the events. Did you like that it was in Vegas? Did you go out? Like, la 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 la. Are the girls so busy that you didn't get to see your girl after you flew all the way out there? Like, talk to me. Or I guess I'm going to just end my live, but that's why I wanted to get on the green room. I'll pause for the cause and sip some rosé, and then we can maybe just talk Super Bowl a little bit, right? See, nobody's talking. No, I'm just kidding. Um, well, I've seen the posts and I know you were there. And if you haven't looked at the videos, watch them. But I would have loved to have some more thoughts as to what you guys' reaction was. It is Super Bowl week and it is obviously in LA. And the Bengals cheerleaders and the Rams cheerleaders are hopefully going to hold it down and have so much fun this week. I have to admit, it's going to be a pretty interesting game, a pretty interesting halftime. I have been sharing and posting just a lot about kind of the struggle of the halftime performers. Um, our very own Emily, from a former Rams cheerleader who's a journalist now, has been writing about it as well. I had the interview with Taja Riley a while back. She's a commercial dancer, very, very popular. Has danced with lots of artists, and she's just been lately an activist of trying to kind of advocate um, for dancers. And this is kind of more in the commercial space. But she's been doing a lot to try to bring attention to similar issues to what I've tried to bring attention to in our space. But I'm not even going to give the recap. Check her out at Taja Riley on Instagram. She's just been advocating. It's been getting picked up by the media. And it was really just pushing for all of the performers who are performing during halftime, which of course everybody's going to be tuning in for halftime. I'm sorry. Like, that's going to be a hell of a show. So anyway, but just trying to make sure that they were paid appropriately. Initially, they were like going to be working for 72 hours, unpaid as volunteers, and bring your own food. We'll feed you, we'll give you water. It was really jacked up. So anyway, I'm excited to watch Super Bowl. I'm hoping that things will continue to get worked out for those dancers so that they're treated and paid the way that they should. I wish I was going to be in LA. Somebody asked if I was going to be going, and I'm not. I'm not. It breaks my heart. Is anybody going? Like for real? How much are Super Bowl tickets? I have no idea. But there's just so many activities leading into Super Bowl, and Pro Bowl was kind of the priority for me. But I will be looking and wishing everybody good luck. And just, yeah, social media will hopefully make me feel like I'm there. Ooh, Vanessa will be in LA. Vanessa, did I say? Okay, maybe the rose is kicking in. You'll be in LA. Yeah. So I will be looking for posts to kind of give me the feeling of being there. I hope there's a lot of footage of the cheerleaders there. Let's hope. Like, I want to see it all. Somebody says my former Celtics teammate now cheers for the Rams. So super excited to see her in uniform. Oh, that's so good. That's so exciting. Um, okay, somebody. Okay, now with the comments are coming. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, somebody says that they prefer Pro Bowl in Hawaii. I know it can't be there now, but I always wanted it to return there. I cheered for the Chargers and Raiders. Now, look, I could not agree more. I personally would have loved to travel to Hawaii. I mean, I hear so many different reactions to Pro Bowl being in Hawaii that, is really hard to travel to. I mean, me being in Seattle, and I still haven't been before, but obviously it's a little easier to get to Hawaii from here. But, if you're coming from all over the country, that's quite a flight. Like, it's still 5 hours from Seattle. So it's definitely a challenge logistically, but what it did for the people in Hawaii to have the NFL come to them since they don't have a team. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, and it just seemed like a nice vacation for everybody, the players, their families. Like, I don't know why they moved it from Hawaii. I will say, okay, now it's warming up. So I will say for Vegas, right? I was appalled at how expensive the tickets were to the actual Pro Bowl game compared to Orlando. um, I just felt like it was just way more reasonable. And in Las Vegas, the tickets were like for nosebleeds, like entirely too much money. I mean, it is the Pro Bowl. It's like flag football. Nobody's watching the game. It's not that nobody's really there for that. So I was really kind of, I think the Allegiant Stadium, they're trying to get their coins, but it's like, their tickets are not reasonable. And maybe people who are season ticket holders, are reselling their tickets and trying to jack it up. But that's another thing to take into consideration for Vegas. I just thought a little pricey. And the resort fees and all, it all adds up. And so again, thank you Raiders for looking out for your girl. um, so that was my only complaint, I think, is just that the tickets were a little bit much. Okay, so you saw it. The tickets were astronomical, somebody said. So I didn't like that because it was definitely different in Orlando. And I just don't think they should. That was too much. It's the Pro Bowl. People want to see their favorite players, but they don't want to see them that bad when it's not even like a competitive football game. And if you are there to see the cheerleaders, then you should not have to pay an arm and a leg to be able to see your people. So shout out to the people who made the investment to go, especially as expensive as it was. It was just not cute. Okay, somebody said Winter will be cheering as a rookie in the Super Bowl. Okay, can we just talk about Super Bowl? It is. I haven't seen so far. I had to cancel my trip to LA, but you are gonna have like the best time of your life, Winter. Like for real. Like it is the biggest stage that you will ever perform on, ever, and like just soak up every second because it is a dream. Um, yes, to be a Pro Bowl cheerleader is a dream, and to cheer in the Super Bowl is a dream. But it is such an amazing experience. Um, I will never forget the Super Bowl, and winning is a whole different level of like, oh my gosh, this is the best moment. Um, but yeah, I mean, you'll be in the stands or not in the stands. You'll be looking into the stands as you're cheering that game, just celebrity spotting like crazy. It is just like it's just such a vibe. And I mean to be there with all these performances, like um, Chad Johnson called out the Super Bowl prices. Oh, I can only imagine what Super Bowl tickets are. That's why I was just like, I'm not even gonna entertain in my mind for 2 seconds heading down to LA because it's crazy. And I mean, it's happening with concerts. It's happening everywhere where people are just getting tickets by bots or however the hell they're getting them and then selling them for like ridiculous amounts of money. And who has the money to just drop on these tickets? That's what I want to know. But anyway, but you're going to have such an amazing time. And I just encourage you to just take those deep breaths as you look around and just soak it up because it really is like, an, you just have to really like document it in your brain so you can play it back because you won't have like your own personal footage of the game itself. Like, yes, all the activities leading up to the game, you can video and you can kind of like create your own little freaking collages or what have you, or video montages. But like the game itself, you can't like, it's just hard to recreate. So just soak it up and really have the best time. Like it's going to be amazing no matter what the outcome. Shout out to the Bengals cheerleaders. Like I would have never thought, not for nothing, but I just think the Bengals have been slept on and probably, even in our world, maybe the Bengals cheerleaders have been slept on. I hope you guys really relish in your moment as well because I don't think a lot of people counted on you guys making it this far. And so I tend to go for the underdog. I haven't picked a favorite yet, but I will be watching and looking for you guys on the sidelines, like living it up. Hi, Lindsay. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna make my plug one good time because I really do think that people might enjoy the green room experience if you give it a chance. Like I know another app, and no, it's not just regular ass Spotify. I don't know why they didn't just make it like a little, you know, kickstand, so to speak, off of the Spotify app. But it's called Spotify Green Room. It's basically like Clubhouse, and on Twitter they have like I forget what the hell it's called. Everybody copied Clubhouse and has their own version of it, and Spotify does too. But I just like how it's just not convoluted and crazy with just so much content coming at you. Like I tried to engage with Clubhouse and I just felt hella overwhelmed. And but I just wanted to be able to go in there and just have a conversation that's like in the moment, not scripted, no rough face in your face for you to look at, and definitely not a freaking monologue. Like just for us to just be able to chat and talk, and it wouldn't be saved or stored or recorded. It's just like whoever's there just hangs out and talks, not talks shit, but just like talks and hangs out and less structure. And that was the idea, especially while I was on a break. But this is the first time I got enough nerve to try it. And then I was just like, oh my God, nobody's here. I'm going to just go to Instagram. But I would love to do that though, you guys. I will be starting season 10 at some point really soon this month. And I'll probably go back to going live. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up because sometimes life comes at you and when recording and interviews and a lot of things happen where I really didn't get a chance to go live a lot last season, like I normally do the week of, a podcast release. And I would do it like usually the night before. And I want to get back to that, but I thought that there was a way to do it with less pressure. So if you would like to try Spotify Green Room, you can look up my profile. It's at Pate M5 and follow me. And they have different audiences. Maybe there are people that'll drop in that don't know our world, but I just think it'll be a fun space for us to just let loose and just talk more freely. And I don't have to read comments or show you my face. No, I'm kidding. But I love you guys. I do miss you and talking to you. And again, I wish I could have just done more Pro Bowl stuff this year, but I'm still just kind of looking out for everybody's posts of what their experience was like. The recaps are amazing. I'll have my own recap soon. And there's a lot going on in our space. Like I don't even know where to begin talking about the new season. of the podcast. But if there are topics or people that you would like to have featured in episodes, do reach out to me and let me know, as I'm still planning out the season. But yeah, it's definitely on and cracking in our world. Audition season's here. Oh, and I meant to mention this too. And I'm just talking crap. I'm totally not saving this one. Um, I'm not an audition prep person, like company, nothing. But I kind of enjoyed when people just randomly reached out for advice or like, can you look at my video and tell me if there's something I can improve on? I mean, I'm here for you guys. I'm rooting for everybody. I definitely like really enjoy people just trying to get to that best version of themselves, to put themselves out there for these teams. So I'm not offering like advice like I know what this team looks for, what that team looks for. But if you just need a moment of encouragement, even like wish me good luck. I'm submitting tomorrow, or I'm having second. Like if you just need a little pep talk, write to me. I'm totally here for whatever you need. Like just a second opinion. Um, I just think it's, I just know all the butterflies that go into this audition season. So if there's anything that I can do to support you, I'm here for you. Long story short, that idea came to me when I was cooking the other day. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Looking forward for the new season. Thank you so much. And you know what also is coming up, you guys, is NBA All-Star weekend. Um, it is in Cleveland, and I'm hoping that the Cleveland, what are they, powerhouse dancers? I'm assuming they're going to be featured a lot too. Not sure if other teams are going to be flown out to participate in All Star. I would love to crash that, but until I know how the dancers are going to be featured, it's just not for me. But I'm excited about that, and hopefully there'll be content so we can watch that, and I'll repost and share stuff too. But I am excited for the new season to start and connecting with you. Give Green Room a chance. I might try it again. Okay. And yeah, reach out if you have ideas of things you want to cover. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys when the season starts. I will try to go live when the season starts, but I would love to do Green Room over IG Live. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Best of luck with all your audition prep. If there's anything I can do, let me know. Have a good night. Bye, Kim.